Just trying to find these maturing ones for you. I swear they're in there. I swear they're really in there. I'm gonna find them because I'm not about to get off this camera and then find them afterwards and then just be like, oh hey guys, I'm back. Okay, yes, so this is one, and I probably showed you guys it in the last video too, but this is definitely one of them that is maturing. It's getting nice and bushy, filling out and swelling just a little bit. But yeah, so that is locking up real nice. That one's on its way. It's maturing. It's my little baby. And then I've got some other ones in surprising places too, like towards the front of my head where most of it is really soft. Hello, and welcome back everyone. For those of you who don't know, I am Rishaya Reese, your LOC'D Lioness, and we are back with another video. This time we're gonna get up close and personal, all about my MICROLOCS. You know, if you've been watching my videos thus far, obviously you're vibing with something, so just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also remember to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I upload. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get right into my MICROLOCS. So as you guys know, I recently just posted a 2-month update video on my DIY MICROLOCS that I installed myself on January 13th, 2020, which makes me now just about, just a little bit shy of 3 months actually. And so for this video, the reason why I'm posting this one, recording it, is because I kind of gave you guys a quick update on how my second retwist was going, but as I went through my entire head, I actually realized so much more about my hair that I didn't include in my 2-month update. So I just wanted to go ahead and get back on here, give you guys a look at my retwist that I finished, and also to give you guys an idea of kind of how I try to style myself and my hair and everything. You know, just some different ideas to play around with while you guys are going through that starter lock stage, just to give you a little bit of inspiration, hopefully. But yeah, and I also wanted to post this video because I have done my hair, and I'm pretty sure I finished this last night, and I'm pretty sure I did the braids too tight because I do have a little bit of a headache today. And yeah, so I just wanted to kind of show you guys that because I'm actually going to go ahead and take it down, and then I thought it would be cool to actually go ahead and take everything down on camera for you guys so you can really get a good look at my MICROLOCS. So yeah, here we go. And I just had a couple of bobby pins holding the sides here. Alright, yeah, so if you guys see me looking down, as usual, I took some notes for this video just to prepare myself, so that's what I'm looking down at. Please excuse me. For my wine drinkers out there, cheers. But yeah, so basically this is my hair. I finished the retwist last night. This is how it's looking, and I really thought it was very cute, very cool looking with the different colors that I had going on, the different variation in my hair. So I thought it was really cute, and I was going to try to wear it for longer, especially because it's nice to do these kind of styles because it'll help your retwist last longer, since it's going to be nice and compact here and not really giving it the opportunity to untwist, unravel. So I was planning on leaving it in longer, but as I said, I am getting a little bit of a headache, so we're just going to go ahead and take them all out today. And suggestion for you guys, when you're doing your retwist and when you're doing styles, or if you're going to a loctician and getting your hair done, you definitely want to make sure they're not doing your hair too tight, causing a lot of tension on your scalp, which down the line can lead to things like traction and alopecia, for over repeated tension on your scalp. That's just not good. We want to avoid that and keep nice, healthy, strong locks. So that's the reason why I'm gonna go ahead and take it out, on top of the fact that I have a headache. So why sit here and deal with the headache when I don't have to? But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a close-up of that first before I went ahead and started taking my hair down. Cute and simple. Cute and simple. My rose water and olive oil that I switched to, experimenting with that for the next 2 months as opposed to the jojoba oil that I was using before. So we'll see how my hair goes with this. But I've got rose water and olive oil in this bottle. I'm just gonna dampen the ends a little bit, just to go ahead and make that easier to slip out of the braids. I don't care about that. Excuse me, guys. Just to make it easier for it to slip out of the braids without causing any damage or breakage. But yeah, so this retwist, it took me pretty much about the same amount of time that my first retwist took, which was a few days. Just kind of doing it in the evenings in between classes and work and stuff. But yeah, so it's still taking me a pretty long time. I'm hoping to speed that up to like a 8-hour sitting, or you know, just like a couple of days sitting. But you know that I am so slow with my hair, so I've actually recently too been contemplating interlocking. And I know I briefly mentioned to you guys before how I'm kind of weary about interlocking, because I don't want to cause any holes in my locks, or do any damage to them and cause them to weaken, and prefer to go a nicer, more easy kind of route, stress-free on the hair. Also because, you know, since I do have MICROLOCS and I haven't seen many people out there with MICROLOCS that do retwist, I'm curious to see if it works, but at the same time, perhaps the reason why you don't see a lot of people out there retwisting their MICROLOCS is because, you know, maybe MICROLOCS really just cannot handle it, and interlocking may be the better route to go. So that is something that I'm contemplating, and I'm just going to continue to do my research on it to see what more information I can get. So I will keep you guys updated if I decide to change over from retwisting to interlocking my hair. But as of right now, I'm still just going ahead with some details that I left out in my 2-month update. Well, I didn't really leave them out. I didn't actually know it until I got through my whole head. But I've got like several locks that are maturing. It's really exciting, really cool to see. They're kind of scattered throughout my whole head, with most of them kind of in this back area, which is like my most dense, thickest, coarsest hair, and the hair that I like to call like that real kunta. Most of my hair is that real kunta kente, you know. Most of it is, but yeah, so I've got some locks maturing in there, and after I take everything down, I will try to get you guys a closer look. But yeah, I'll just kind of go into details about my own personal hair type that I have, what it's like, and hopefully that'll give you guys a little bit of knowledge, not only of my own hair and you know how that's going to impact my MICROLOCS, but also too, you know, if you're curious, maybe you have a similar hair type to me, that could give you a little bit more insight if you haven't actually started your MICROLOC journey yet and you're considering it. It could give you a little bit of an insight as to what your hair might turn out as, but you know, there's so many different factors that contribute to your locks, be it your hair type, hair density, what your strands are like, what routine you have, what products you put into your hair, your genetics, like everything. So many things play into what your locks will turn out to be. So by no means should you look at this video and be like, wow, I definitely want those and I want them to be exactly like that, because that's just not going to happen. They're all unique and beautiful in their own way, so you should definitely just be appreciating what it is that you have. But yeah, if you guys want, you know, a little bit of insight of what your hair could potentially turn out as, and you've got a similar hair type as mine, you could find this information helpful. Or if you know you want to compare it and you have a very different hair type to mine, you can compare it. Yes, my hair type. Now I had been natural. I've been natural, I think, since like 2011, 2012. So that was about 8-9 years that I was natural. And during that time, you know, I really embraced being natural and was very like happy that I decided to go natural, and definitely never was planning on turning back to perms or anything like that. I really thought that going natural was the best decision that I ever made for my hair. But to be completely honest, like in those 8-9 years, I know that I didn't do the best for my loose natural hair. And yeah, just, I mean, even though I tried to look after it, I just didn't have the best relationship and understanding. I think now that I have more knowledge, especially since turning to locks, which is odd, if I was to go loose natural again, I'd have an even better journey with that, but I don't ever plan on doing that, and I do plan on just keeping my micro locks and letting them grow long and beautiful, and just like loving every step of the journey, as I already have been in this like 2.5 months. But yeah, so basically, you know, natural for 8-9 years. So I did get a fair understanding of my hair type. So the way that I would describe my hair type, definitely, as I said before, it's that Kunta Kinte hair. So I classify that as 4C hair. I do have some spots in my hair that are a little bit looser, like up towards the very top of my head. That there in this middle section here, is more of what I would consider 4B. But yeah, for the most part, overall, my hair is pretty 4C, yeah, pretty damn kinky. But yeah, so I've got 4C, 4B hair. I consider it fine 4C, 4B hair because I do have pretty fine strands. Like, they are very thin, and I've got about a medium density of hair. So, you know, my hair isn't like insanely big, and not like a ton of hair, but you know, it's right there in the middle, and that's my hair type, and this is my hair now. Sorry, I'm just looking in the back for reflection here. But yeah, so that's basically my hair. 4B, 4C, fine, with a medium density. So when I went natural, I probably had about, excuse me, when I got my locks and installed my locks, I probably had about 8 or so inches of loose natural hair to work with, which is pretty much what you're kind of seeing now. I haven't experienced too much shrinkage. There are a few locks, the locks that are maturing, that I noticed have gotten a bit shorter, but for the most part, I think my hair is staying in the same length. So, you know, I'm sure that shrinkage is probably coming just based on the research that I've done. So yeah, just waiting on that, but my hair is definitely locking up. I'm just gonna try to dig through my head if I can and find you guys a few of those mature locks that I've been talking about, because I'm definitely very proud of them and like excited and can't wait for the rest of my hair to be locked up like that. But my hair already, my head, my scalp and everything feels so much better. I definitely have way too much tension on my hair, even though I thought I didn't really do those braids too tight at all, but obviously I did. But yeah, it's definitely feeling much freer and relaxed now. So definitely, you guys, pay close attention to that. Too much tension, too much retightening on the scalp. You just really don't want to mess around with that and then end up with traction alopecia, becoming like bald, losing locks and stuff, and having your hair thin out. You just really don't want to mess around with that stuff. So really pay attention and listen to your body, listen to your scalp, your hair, and if it's too tight and stuff, if you're doing it yourself, you can always redo it, take it out, and if you're going to a loctician or something and you're noticing that it's too tight, just tell the loctician, you know, can you do it a little bit looser, because you just don't want to mess around with that, and we want everybody to have a really nice long lock journey. So yeah, just take care, just be gentle with your hair and listen to it. But yeah, this is my hair, this is my little braid out. I'm looking in this back window here as a mirror, so sorry if I keep looking back, but I'm just curious, because this is technically my first braid out. It's not really, it's a bit limp, but that's okay. My hair feels light and nice and like happy to be free too. I think also I don't really do too many styles. A lot of the styles that I do would just be like something like a little easy pinup, or you know, like something up like that. I don't really do too much, and that was the first time that I have braided my hair, put really any tension on it at all. So I think that's also the reason why, you know, my head was just like, no, we're not interested in doing that. It's used to being like this, and it feels so good like this. And of course I can shake it, which I like to do anyways, because I'm convinced that it does help with like buildup, like lint and dust. And I have 2 dogs and they shed a lot, so I definitely like to shake it just to get kind of like any of that stuff sitting on the surface off of my head. But yeah, this feels just so much better and so much more relaxed. And I'm gonna check the time on this because my camera's weird and it sets me like a 5-minute timer on recording videos. I have a Nikon D90 camera. If anybody knows anything about those cameras and how to change the timer for recording videos, definitely leave something in the comments below and help a girl out. All right, so we got about 1 minute left. Let's see if I can do it the entire video, yeah? Okay, so we talked about my hair type, we talked about the style, we talked about the importance of not putting too much tension on your scalp. I did want to mention to you guys that I did lose a lock. It's one of the fine sections of my hair at the front. I cannot remember which side it was at this moment. It was this one. It's this one right here. That, yeah, basically the hair just got really loose, unraveled completely, and so that was the only one that I've had to kind of reinstall. And I know that this is the one because I actually did something that I told you guys about previously that I wasn't sure about, which is I knotted it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I put 2 little knots in there to keep it, because otherwise I don't think it's gonna stay, because I know it is really, this hair is so fine, so soft right here, that if I don't do that, it's definitely not gonna stay. Hopefully it doesn't come to bite me back in the ass. But if you guys have been following along, you know that I did do it a few other locks around the perimeter of my hair. I think like that one was probably a knotted one too, and I haven't had any issues yet. Haven't ran into any complications with it, so hopefully it just continues along that way. But yeah, so that's kind of the only lost lock that I had. None of my hairs fell out, hopefully it doesn't ever, but I did have a few too that, because I did install my locks with the 2-strand twist method. I did have a few locks that sort of unraveled, but they all have stayed at the roots, if not at the tips too. They've all stayed at the roots, so it just unraveled and it kind of turned into a double-headed dragon, as people like to call it. I like that name. So those ones I had to kind of retwist all the way down to the end as well. But other than that, because it's been all locking at the roots and or locking at the very ends, I haven't had any issues with like slippage or losing locks, which is great, which is what I pretty much expected with my hair too, because as I said, I do have that 4C4P hair, which I've heard is really meant for locks, and the best hair to have for locks. So I haven't had any issues with losing locks, and I'm very happy about that. Just trying to find these maturing ones for you. I swear they're in there. I swear they're really in there. I'm gonna find them, because I'm not about to get off this camera and then find them afterwards and then just be like, oh hey guys, I'm back. Okay, yes, so this is one, and I probably showed you guys it in the last video too, but this is definitely one of them that is maturing. It's getting nice and bushy, filling out and swelling just a little bit. But yeah, so that is locking up real nice. That one's on its way. It's maturing. It's my little baby. And then I've got some other ones in surprising places too, like towards the front of my head where most of it is really soft and fine. I've got a few, or I think I found like 2 when I was doing my retwist too up there, that are locking. Like I think No, maybe that's not one of them. But yeah, so I'm surprised because it's the softer hair, but it is actually maturing as well pretty quickly. But as you can see, almost 3 months in now, most of my hair is not locked as of yet. You can still see that twist pattern pretty closely, or pretty easily, in my hair, which I'm fine with. I think it's really cute, and I've just been like loving my hair. I try not to touch it too much. I'm just gonna spray a little bit of the rose water and olive oil on my hands, run that through, because I feel a few of my beautiful micro locks connected at the end. Sorry, we have company. Alright, so I got off camera and I actually had a chance to go through and find some of the maturing locks that I have, and I like marked them with little bobby pins so I can show you guys that I'm not lying. I really do have locks that are maturing. A couple here up at the front of my head, the ones that I was surprised to see locking so quickly, are these two right here. You can see that they've already started to lose that twist pattern that they have. And they're getting nice and bushy. This one pretty much all the way through. And I believe even that one there too, that little one right there, is fully locked. And then I've got a couple in the back of my head as well. This one right here, fully locked, there, and I actually realized this one I forgot to retwist. That is the only one that I missed during the retwisting, so I actually got to go through and get that one again. So I'm just going to mark that one again with this bobby pin so I can find it later on. But yeah, so that is basically it. Things are going really well with my lock journey thus far. Loving it. I think that is about all that I was going to share with you guys now. Or I did quickly want to mention too, just to give you a little bit more detail on how my hair got started and stuff. So I wanted to quickly mention about the hair color, because I know there's been a few questions about that. People asking me while I'm out and stuff about my hair color. So yes, I did go ahead and dye my hair and bleach the ends about 5 months ago. And that was a couple of different processes. So that's kind of what you guys are seeing now in my hair. You see my roots coming in, which are naturally, my hair is naturally a nice black color. And then you have this sort of copper brown color that I did all over my head. And then I went through twice and highlighted sections of my hair with the bleach to get it that blonde color and have kind of an ombre effect going on with my hair. So yeah, that's basically it. I don't plan on dyeing my hair anymore, at least minimum for a year of being locked, but hopefully I'll just let it all grow out and won't dye my hair anymore, because I know that dyeing your hair can be really detrimental to your locks and be risky. And I'm not sure that I want to take that risk. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll get bored with the color and stuff along the way. But minimum a year. Won't be dyeing it again before that point. And then, as you guys can see as well, towards the front of my hair, even though these longer parts here are more of that 4B hair, there is a really loose curl pattern down at the roots of my hair. And that is not... I don't believe, it's not really due from the bleaching of my hair. It's actually due from heat damage when I got my hair straightened once before at a salon. And I didn't cut off those ends because I have a goal. I specifically did this. I didn't cut off the ends because I've seen some people with locks and they have curly Q kind of ends, or they have straight ends, and they look really cute. They look super cute. People like Lisa Bonet and stuff, they look really cute with their straight ends. So I'm actually hoping to achieve that look and keep this straight. So that's the reason why I didn't cut it off at all. And for the most part, you can see that it's kind of getting wavy and starting to shrink up. So I think it's going to be fine locking. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it as that. Don't plan on cutting my hair, but yeah, so that's basically how my lock journey is going. About my 2.5 month update. here, loving every moment of it. If you guys have any questions about my locks, or if you're starting your own lock journey and you're curious about it and have some questions and concerns, you can definitely go ahead and leave those down in the comments. But yeah, that's about it for my 2.5 month lock update for you guys. I did want to go ahead and give you just kind of like more of a up close and personal look at my locks, because I know some people are probably very curious about that. And since my hair is looking nice and clean right now, I'm comfortable getting you guys all up in my scalp and stuff. So I'll go ahead and show you that. Hopefully everything picks up on the camera well, just so you guys can see how I'm doing here. Nice and clean, and fairly uniform. I was going for, size-wise, I was pretty much going for something like cooked pasta, cooked spaghetti size for my MICROLOCS, and I think I will be pretty satisfied with how my hair goes. But it's not like terribly uniform and exact, nothing perfect, because I didn't really care about that. I didn't really care too much about my grid. I do have some parting in there, like I've got my center part, as you guys can see, and then I've got the ability to be able to do some deeper side parts as well. That was all that really mattered to me. And then kind of towards the back of my hair, I did section that halfway so I can do half up, half down sort of styles, which I can't really show you guys now. But yeah, I wasn't too fussy about my parting or having a grid or anything like that. I just like it a little bit more organic and free. That's my style. But yeah, so that is pretty much my hair. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys come back next time. I'll give you guys a little bit more on how my MICROLOC journey is going and what I'm doing to maintain my locks. If you guys got any suggestions, any comments for me, go ahead and leave those below. I'll definitely get to those and get back to you guys. And until next time, I just want to remind everyone to remember that we journey to our own set of rules. So remember to be true to you. Until next time.